Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. It is 5 p.m., and it just started to rain. We haven't had rain for quite a few days, so it's okay. Hopefully it'll stop because we had too much rain last week. Anyway, so let's talk today about the best digestive enzyme supplements to consider taking. We've been talking about these for the past few days. Now, because proteins, sugars, starches, and fats all require specific types of enzymes, it's best to get a supplement that covers all the bases. Okay, a supplement that includes a variety of enzymes will give you more bang for your buck. Okay, so you want a broad spectrum. Otherwise, you're going to have to take, you're going to have to take a lactase. You're going to have to take a this, just to get all the things that you want. Can you do that? Yes. Do I recommend it? Probably not, unless there's one particular food substance that even with a digestive enzyme broad spectrum supplement is still kind of giving you that hard time. Okay, lactose is a typical one. Again, gluten, beans, that kind of stuff. They still may be tough for your body. So number one in the categories of enzymes you want to be looking for is alpha-galactosidase. This is the enzyme found in Beano. Okay, I don't recommend Beano. I recommend a better, more natural supplement. It's derived from Aspergillus niger, a fungus. So it is a good vegan option, and it helps you digest beans and legumes. So if that is one of your problems, if you get gas every time you eat beans and legumes, you need to make sure your supplement contains alpha-galactosidase. Number two is cellulase. Animals can't digest plant fibers very well. That includes cellulose. Now, cellulose is basically the fibrous material around all your green vegetables, all your green leafy greens, your celery, all of those things. Okay? The enzyme is needed to digest that. Now, cows manage to digest it by having a large number of cellulose digesting microbes in one of their chambers of their stomach. But for humans, we potentially lose a lot of nutrients if we eat lots of, but don't supplement. Okay, so cellulase is one that you should consider if you like to eat a lot of raw vegetables, including salad. Number three is betaine hydrochloride. Okay, it's an acidic form of betaine, a vitamin-like substance found in grains and other substances. You can find it in sugar beets, shellfish, depending on, again, your preference in terms of what you will take in as a supplement. And it's recommended for people with a deficiency in gastric hydrochloric acid. Okay, as I mentioned before, this tends to be people as we age. This happens. So betaine is a really important one for people to take if they're having gastrointestinal issues as they get older. Now, by lowering the pH of the gastric juices, betaine begins the process of protein digestion and allows that trigger to happen when those juices go into the small intestine to create that release of pancreatic digestive enzymes, bile, etc., etc. Okay, number four is lactase, the enzyme needed to digest lactose in milk. Okay, so if you're lactose intolerant, you either avoid dairy, or if you know you're going to have it by accident, you're going to a party and there's going to be, pastries and stuff, and there's going to be dairy, that's when you need your lactase. Number five is proteases. Now, proteases are needed to digest proteins, but specifically gluten and casein. Gluten is what's found in bread, and casein is what's found in dairy. It can be found in cheese and other things like that. So it's really important if you're having gastrointestinal issues to consider having a digestive enzyme that contains proteases. It's also good for people with autoimmune and inflammatory conditions because those are inflammatory substances. They create inflammation in your body. So again, you can avoid eating them like me, Or you can take digestive enzymes to try and facilitate your body's ability to digest them and get rid of that inflammatory response. And lastly, number 6 would be, well, not lastly, sorry, bromelain and papain. Those are the ones that are found in pineapple and papaya. They're naturally found in them, and they will facilitate digestion of proteins and things naturally. I mean, if you eat pineapple, you can do that. But again, as I've mentioned before, you just can't eat pineapple and papaya with every single meal in large enough quantities to do the job by itself. Now, a supplement that contains herbs and spices will have added benefits, including things like peppermint, ginger, fennel, tarragon, cumin, etc. Those are really, really good. I personally know that my digestive enzymes contain those in the form of essential oils. So I know I'm getting it all at the same time, which is, it also contains them in the form of herbs. But it's really, really good because your body can utilize these substances very well. Number 7 on the list is pancreolipase and pancreatin. These are really good to have if you have any type of pancreatic condition, of course. But again, if you are taking betaine because your gastric acid levels might be low, you probably would also want to take these because you need to have both processes working correctly in order to have proper digestion. Now, let's discuss briefly the enzymes from Young Living that I mentioned. The animal-based ones are Essentialzyme and Essentialzymes4. The only ones I have here to show you would be Essentialzymes4. And the vegetarian-based ones are Allerzyme and Detoxzyme. Okay, and I have Allerzyme. I am waiting for, I don't know if that's going to come in focus. There you go. I am waiting for my Essentialzymes. I have taken Detoxzyme in the past. I like all of them. I have found that these work the best, but I'm adding the Essentialzyme because it contains betaine, and I want to see if that helps me even more than what I'm already taking. Now, Essentialzymes4 you take with meals, especially your largest meal. It has components that are delayed release as well, which makes it very versatile, which is why Essentialzymes4, if you're not vegetarian or vegan, is probably the one I recommend for most people to start with. Essentialzymes you can take between meals since it's mostly delayed release, but because it contains the betaine, like I said, that's why I'm going to try it. I personally, I like the in-between meals one. I don't like to have to take something 30 minutes before my meal and then wait. I'm usually not that patient. If I'm hungry, I want to eat. So I don't want to have to wait the 30 minutes, for that to start getting broken down to do its job. So that is my personal preference. That's another reason why I'm getting the Essentialzyme. Now, Detoxzyme you take with meals, which would be like the Essentialzymes4 in a vegan version. And Allerzyme, which is the one I take, is between meals. And again, that's why I am going to take that one. I take that one as well. Now, currently I'm taking Allerzyme about 2 to 3 times per day since it goes along with my dietary needs. It contains cellulase and the alpha-galactosidase, which, I eat a mostly vegan diet. I do mostly plant-based, so that works best for me. I'm going to add the Essentialzymes in for the betaine and see if that, again, facilitates better digestion. So that's what I have for you. Again, these are the supplements that I recommend because I've taken them and I know how they make me feel. Before I took digestive enzymes, I used to have horrible acid reflux. Okay, I have changed my diet. I do not eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. And I avoid a lot of other things. I avoid soy. For the most part, I eat plant-based. So there's a lot of dietary changes that I have made over the last couple of years, but the one thing I noticed is when I avoid gluten and I take my digestive enzymes, I don't have acid reflux. I have stopped my acid reflux medications, prescription medications, and over-the-counter, which I had taken for probably over 20 years. I'm so happy. I'm off the prescription medications and I'm still managing my symptoms by treating the root cause. I'm not band-aiding my symptoms and covering up what the reason is I'm having those problems. So that to me is the best way to treat any condition, is get to the root cause, find out what's causing your problem, avoid the cause as best you can, and then occasionally as needed, treat symptoms if it's a dietary change you made and you want to break it one day, like again, a holiday, a birthday, something, and you're just going to eat bad. Okay, more power to you, but make sure that you have something, especially something natural, that can help you out so that you don't, regret, what do they say? Once on the lips, forever on the hips. Well, I mean, it's similar when it comes to how you feel in terms of eating bad. If you eat bad and you have pain or you have brain fog or you have indigestion, gas, bloating, sometimes it's just not worth it. So to be armed is the best way, and this is the way I arm myself, with natural supplements. So on that note, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's still raining, but not as bad. Hope it's dry by you. I will see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.